everyone and welcome to today's video. I'll be making this book nook. It's a 3D puzzle and it actually hurt my hands a lot because the pieces were so tiny. But let's get into it. As you can see on the back, it shows all the pieces it comes with, and it's actually really cool because you can leave it on all the time and it has a timer and a sensor, so it will turn on when you walk by your bookshelf, and it's a really cute bookend. So please stick around until the end because trust me, it will be worth it. I feel like this is legitimately gonna take me days to finish, as these are the instructions. Now I can't open it. It does say 14 and up and 127 pieces, but you know, safe to say I wasn't expecting this. I wasn't expecting it to be this complex, but this is what it's gonna look like. It's Venice, and I've always wanted to go to Italy for the art, and also my grandmother is Italian, and some of my family speak Italian, so it just feels natural to have this in my room. So I will be building this scarily. I started by just opening these slides because it had tiny pieces on each slide, so I wanted to get that out of the way. I got this at Marshall's, I think it was, and let me tell you, when you open this with the plastic, it starts to smell real bad. I can't even describe how it smells. If I sniff it again, I'll gag, but I'm trying to smell it for you guys. No. It smells like wood, yes, but like, maybe it's just because it reminds me of the sawdust that this is gonna get really gross. You remember when, like, people used to throw up at school and they'd sprinkle sawdust because it would dry it up? It smells like that. And I guess the memories are triggering something in me, and I just hope I can build this fast. I spent forever trying to find the right ones because I couldn't match up the numbers correctly. I had it backwards. I spent forever just because I had it backwards. I'm like, where's the numbers and letters? Dude, it's backwards, that's why. I'm so dumb because I was looking at them all backwards, and I'm like, why is everything wrong on this instruction? Where are the numbers? And why do I have to look back and forth? This is crazy. How am I supposed to know the numbers? I guess I'll have to reference this. And then I was like, they're not in the right order. Flip it around. Oh my god, my life is significantly easier. And I am quite slow. Anyway, let's get back to it as I've figured it out now. Now we are back on track as I've figured out that I was looking at it backwards, though I did end up doing those pieces wrong because the things need to align perfectly as it said, but that's actually not true because the little sticky out part that you can see there needs to stick out farther so it can stick into the house hole sort of thing to be a window. Also, I could not get the glue to work for the life of me, and that's what the clip was in the beginning, just me trying to get the glue to work for I don't know how long that was. And I eventually had to go downstairs and just like beg for help from my parents. And this was probably one of the most difficult ones, was doing the little sticks in this freaking window because it needed each individual stick to be like a barred window, and dude, they were so freaking tiny. And eventually the glue would run out, so I'd have to squeeze like excruciatingly hard on this bottle, and my thumbs just kept like popping. It was very painful, but the end result was very much worth it, even though I was going through it with how freaking tiny these pieces were. But the complicated window actually ended up being my sister's favorite part of this piece. However, it was not mine because if I look too closely, I'm like, it's crooked. I can see it's crooked, but nobody else notices. Oh, here I had an allergic reaction partway through. I don't really know. I think it was because my sleeves are rolled up My dad said, "What, is your shirt made of barbed wire?" I'm like, "No, I just broke out in hives from a shirt I wear every day." So I don't freaking know. I had to change. And that's on mast cell activation syndrome. But anyway, that has nothing to do with this cute little thing we're building. This was the first piece. I basically built 2 sides of it, and then the back required nothing. You just slipped in a mirror and it reflects it, so the street looks never ending, and it's quite clever. I really liked it. My favorite part is the gondola, because it's so cute where it has the lady and the little guy. The people are just so beautiful, and her long hair and the dress, it's so beautiful. This was the second part, which was the hardest, because you had to slide in even more tiny poles for this freaking window, and that took the longest, I think, because I was trying to get this freaking window to look even, but it looks diagonal. But I'm the only one who can tell anyway, so it shouldn't matter, because everybody told me it looked nice when I showed them, and that they were jealous and they want me to make them one because they would never spend so much time making this. But I think it's definitely worth it, and it's a nice progress to make it on your own. It makes you feel accomplished. So I think it would definitely be a good thing to make, and that you shouldn't just have someone else make it for you. Though I have a feeling that my sister or my mom might make me make one for their bookshelf. Oh, in this part, I did wrong. I'd have to do this 3 times because I somehow messed it up twice in a row and did the same exact thing twice when I was fixing it the first time, and the second time I repeated the same mistake, because you actually have to have the battery pack on the outside so you can change the freaking batteries if it dies, and you can turn it off from the outside, because what I was doing was having the battery port inside the building, and then you couldn't shut it off and it wouldn't slide all the way back into the bookshelf. And that was actually really annoying how many times I had to redo that, because I messed it up twice in a row doing the same exact thing. That was a simple me mistake. Anyway, here is the final thing, and it has a sensor so it turns on and off. And I think it said it stays on for 2 minutes and then we'll shut off until someone walks by it again. And oh my god, I'm so happy with how it turned out. It looks like it goes on forever and ever, and I couldn't be more pleased with it. The wire that you see in the back, I actually ended up fixing that. That's the mistake I'm talking about that I had to redo for a 3rd time. And books are the treasure house of human thought. Oh my god, that quote is so cute. But the thing is, you won't really see that because you slide it into the bookshelf for the bookend. I put it with my manga for currently, but I think I'm gonna actually put it with my fantasy or my historical fiction, because I feel like it just goes better. It's not cartoony. Well, it almost is cartoony, but it's not like romance cartoony. But that's where it is for now. Thank you so much for watching. Most importantly, everyone, stay weird and subscribe for more art content. I'm so glad you watched all the way through. Bye. Have a great week or weekend, whatever.